وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أوصيكم وإياي أولا بتقوى الله فقد فاز المتقون. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Inshallah, to all the brothers and sisters, let us begin our day with the morning dua. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita ala Ibrahim wa ala ali Ibrahim innaka hamidun majid. Allahumma bika asbahna wa bika amsayna وبك نحيا وبك نموت وإليك النشور. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء وهو السميع العليم. رضيت بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد نبيا. اللهم زدني علما نافعا ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك وعلى طاعتك. اللهم اختم لنا بالحسن الخاتمة ولا تختم علينا بسوء الخاتمة. اللهم أدخلنا جنتك وأجرنا من النار. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. وصلى الله على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. آمين يا رب العالمين. All praise due to Allah Rabbil Alameen for all His blessing, His mercy and His kindness that Allah has showered upon all of us till today. And may the mercy of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala keep on showering upon all of us until we return back to Almighty Allah Rabbul Alameen. Ameen. May Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala make the journey of all the guests of Allah performing Hajj this year a safe journey back home. Ameen. The test is not when you are in Mecca only. When you are in Mecca, it is the beginning. It's a training ground to make sure that every Muslim, male or female, young, old, whether you are poor, you are rich, we learn how to live together as one ummah, one nation. We all come races barrier, clan, tribal barrier, so that Allah Rabbul Alameen will bring us back to be the khairu ummah, the best ummah ukhrijat linnas, for mankind, not only for a particular race or nation, but for mankind. That is what Hajj really means. To inform all the people who are there that we all are one ummah. We perform Hajj together, we pray together, we make our tawaf together, our sa'i together. And over there, when you encounter people who are weak, it is the duty of the stronger Muslim to help them, to assist them. This is what Hajj is. But the biggest challenge is not there. There is a training ground to make us prepare for our mission, like how Prophet Muhammad have prepared 140,000 of his followers in Arafah, and that bring changes to the world. Because after they left the Holy Land, all of them brought back Islam. They start to spread the word of Allah around the world, calling people to Islam. Like what Allah said, there will come a time Ra'annas udkhulu fil Islam afwaja. You will see people coming to Islam in groups. Now we have a lot of groups in YouTube, WhatsApp group, this group. But there will come a time Allah Rabbul Alameen will open the heart of the people everywhere, and then people will come back to Allah afwaja, by groups. And it is happening. Certain country is happening, alhamdulillah. In Africa, example, a certain part of Indonesia, example, people are coming back to Islam in the group. Alhamdulillah. Now what is very important for all the Muslims to understand, that after we believe in the Arkanul Iman, the 6th article of faith, then we become a Muslim. After become a Muslim, it's our time, it's our duty for us to spread the word of Allah Rabbul Alameen. We have failed to do that. If every Muslim who perform Hajj understand the spirit of Hajj, that unite all races, all nations and tribes, I believe there will be more than 3 billion maybe of people who are Muslim today. But we fail to do that. But we pray, may Allah make it easy for this coming home of all this pilgrimage. They understand the spirit. Because in one of the messages of the Prophet in Arafah, he remind them, فَلْيُبَلِّغْ أَشَّاهِدُكُمُ الْغَائِبِ. Everyone who are here in Arafah, you must convey the message to those who are not present. It's a very powerful message. The one who is here, when you go home, you must convey the message of Islam to others. That is where da'wah comes in. And that's why all the prophets was sent by Allah for the same reason, the same mission, to invite mankind back to Allah Almighty. We know a lot of people are not that well after Hajj, because we receive a lot of call on and on, messages asking this and asking that. But that is tuhur, inshallah. It's another sign of purification. When somebody is not well and they are pleased with the qadar of Allah, they have the patience to move on. They never complain. They accept it as part of qadar of Allah. Allah will reward them. One of the rewards that the Prophet promised us is that your sin will be forgiven again. Each time when you are not well, you have the patience, you still stay connected to Allah, Allah forgive your sins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have His own way in purification, in purifying anyone who believe in Him. We know that at the end of the day, Yawmut Tashriq have end. When? Friday. Just as humble reminder, because it's important for us to understand what required from us as a believing male and female when Hajj comes in. And Uqbata ibn Amir قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يوم عرفة ويوم النحر وأيام التشريق عيدنا أهل الإسلام وهي أيام أكل والشرب رواه خمسة إلا ابن ماجه وصححه الترمذي. The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, it was from the companion Uqba ibn Amir. He said, the day of Arafah. The day of Arafah is the 9th of Zulhijjah, and the day of Nahr, Idul Adha, is on the 10th of Zulhijjah, and Ayyamu Tashriq and 11, 12, 13 of Zulhijjah is our Eid day. Is our Eid day for all the Muslims. Is our festival. So this is the day where the Prophet said, Ayyam aklin wa shurbin. Day for you to eat and drink. No fasting. We just fast on the 9th, and then 10, 11, 12, 13, no fasting. Fasting is only recommended for one group of people. At the day of Tashriq, 11, 12, 13 of Zulhijjah this month. There is for those who are performing Hajj at-Tamatta. Those performing Hajj Tamatta, meaning they went into Mecca with Umrah first, and then after that they perform Hajj, known as Hajj Tamatta. This is the Hajj that our Prophet command us to do. Our Prophet said, if I will be given the opportunity by Allah in the coming year to perform Hajj, I will perform Hajj Tamatta until the end of time. But the Prophet was able to perform Hajj Qiran, the first and the last Hajj. But then he commanded some of his companions and his wife who do not come in with animals to perform Tamatta. So for all of us in the future, if you want to perform Hajj, remember this. Plan for Hajj Tamatta, because this was recommended command by our Prophet ﷺ. Tamatta means you perform Umrah first, then you break back to normal, then when the 8th of Zulhijjah comes in, you go into the Ihram stage, and then you perform Hajj. And that is Qurban. You have to slaughter an animal for Hajj Tamatta. It's part of the package. This is what we have been doing since the 70s until today. If anybody want me to lead them, I say, only Tamatta. If you want to do others, you can follow other groups. Why? Because to make it easier for everybody and to follow the command of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. For those who perform Tamatta, you must sacrifice a sheep or a goat per person. And if you don't have the means, there is when Allah said you fast 10 days. They are allowed to fast. This group, 3 days, Yawmu Tashriq, 11, 12, 13 in Hajj, because there is Hajj time. And 7 days is a Raja'tum. When you return back to your homeland, you complete another 7 days. And that is the only group of people that is allowed to fast. Other than that, nobody fasts, because the Prophet said, Yawmul Aklin wa Shurbin is a day of eating and drinking. Alhamdulillah. In our country, we don't really celebrate Idul Adha after the first day. We only celebrate Idul Fitri more. For 1 month fasting, 1 month eating. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. When I was in Indonesia, I was checking with the Indonesian brothers and sisters. Do they celebrate Eid Fitri 1 month over there? Yeah. Some parts, not all areas. Those who have the means, they also do that. So it's part of our culture now. It's part, nothing to do with Islam. Yeah? It's just part of the culture. It's just like it's important to know what Islam allow and what Islam do not allow. Islam allow for the male, of course, you are highly recommended to perform prayer in the mosque, yeah, at the mosque. But then a woman also is allowed to go to the mosque, but it's not encouraged. If they want to go, you cannot stop them, because they also have the same right like the male to perform the prayer at the mosque. The Prophet never allowed any man to stop their woman performing prayer in the mosque, but highly recommended to pray at home. If they want to pray in the mosque, they are welcome. But another problem, culture. Culture may create some misunderstanding. Indian culture, our Chinese Muslim culture, they don't allow women to pray in the mosque. Because we have this experience many years ago. We brought our group for a tour, and then when time for prayer, we just approach the mosque, and then we say, your sister go to the sister area, we'll go to the male area. After our prayer, the sister was all outside already. We asked them, everything okay? They said yes. How was the prayer? I said, no, we never pray yet. I said, why? You should be following us. We are all musafir. He said, the men chased us out from the mosque. I said, why? They said, cannot. Woman, no. You don't speak Chinese, they don't speak your language, but the sign, no. Out. So they went out. So immediately I looked for the man. I said, can I meet up with your imam here? I said, Ahong is their imam. I also Ahong, I'm also imam. Ahong to Ahong. Because the Chinese always call their scholars, their imam Ahong. Yeah? Like how they call the Kung Fu master Wong Fei Hong. Yeah? Yeah. So I talked to them and said, how can you stop? Oh, he said, this is not allowing women to come to pray in the mosque is not in our culture. We are Hanafi. I said, we follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Hanafi called us to follow the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Shafi'i called us to follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Maliki called us to follow Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. All the Imam called us to follow the Prophet. The Prophet do not allow any man to stop the woman to come to the mosque. Now, my group of women, they want to come in and pray. If you have problem, you talk to me again, okay? But I'm going to bring them in now. So they let us in. You see, culture is a problem sometimes. But when people don't understand the difference between culture and religion, it creates a lot of misunderstanding and confusion. It's like Islam do not honor the right of the woman. And this is very wrong. Yeah? Brothers and sisters, this is the muqaddimah today. The reason I highlight this because it's important for us who just finished our Hajj, but those who are not. The people who went to Hajj, they are not back yet anyhow. Yeah? They are starting. They're starting to move back. Yeah? But what is important, we hope Allah Rabbul Alameen will give us the right understanding, yeah? Insha'Allah. And also we hope Allah Rabbul Alameen will prepare the better group of people in the future who is going to perform Hajj to understand the spirit of Hajj. Yeah? It's not just for you. It's just to prepare yourself to be more beneficial to others. We know the Prophet ﷺ have said about Hajj too, you know. He said that al-umrah ila al-umrah كفارة لما بينهما والحج المبرور ليس له جزاء إلا الجنة. This is what everybody dream for. Hope from one umrah to another umrah. The Prophet is telling us Whatever sin that you have committed in between will be forgiven by Allah. And Hajjul Mabrur, Hajj Mabrur, the reward is paradise. That's what we always pray for. We want to have a good ending. And then we all want to go to paradise, inshallah. Now let us look into another two hadiths about paradise. Number one, the Prophet ﷺ said in Sahih Muslim, لا تدخلون الجنة حتى تؤمنوا. No one can enter paradise until he become or she become a believer. Without iman, you cannot go to paradise. Without money, without authority, without children, without spouses, you can go to Jannah. The only thing that can bring you to Jannah is your iman. And that's why we focus on the Arkanul Iman. And the book that we are referring to now is Believing in the Angel. It's part of the 6th article of faith. When talk about Iman, you talk about the 6th article of faith, where the Muslim until today are very weak in that area. The Prophet took 13 solid years to reinforce Iman. We learn so many things in 1 year, this class, that class, but we never focus in strengthening our Iman. 13 solid is from the Prophet directly. Very consistent istiqamah. Reinforce the understanding of Rukun Iman. So the Prophet said, no one can enter paradise without Iman. And then he continued from this first hadith, وَلَا تُؤْمِنُوا حَتَّى تَحَابُّوا. No one can be a believer until they learn how to love one another. Now you can check whether your iman is sound, good, strong or not. Do you feel for each other? Do you love one another for the sake of Allah? If you say yes, now the love that Allah and the Prophet is trying to emphasize most is to love Allah first. To love Allah. Because Allah did mention that whoever loves their children, their parent, their wealth, their property, their business, and anyone else more than Allah wa Rasul, wa jihad fi sabilillah. The Prophet ﷺ was reminded by Kul in kana aba'ukum wa abna'ukum wa ikhwanukum wa azwajukum wa ashiratukum wa amwalun iktaraftumuha wa tijaratun takshawna kasadaha wa masakinu tardawnaha ahabba ilaykum minallahi wa rasul wa jihadi fi sabil fatarabbasu hatta ya'ti Allah bi amri. Say, O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, to the people, if you love your parent, of course we love our parents, there's nothing wrong, but Allah is saying, if you love your parent, your children, your spouses, your family members, brothers and sisters, your business, your house, mashallah, bungalows, villa. Who don't love to live in the bungalows and villas? No. You love all these things more than Allah and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And fi sabilillah fatarabbasu hatta ya'ti Allah bi amri. Just wait. Allah said, wait for my punishment to come. Allah do not stop you from loving all these things, but you must love Allah, the Prophet, and jihad more than all these things. Is that easy, brothers and sisters? The Prophet said, you cannot enter paradise without Iman. There's no Iman without love. We must love Allah. Why? He is the Creator. Allah reminds us, وَالَّذِي خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ, He created the heaven and the earth. Then Allah also reminds us, الَّذِينَ يَذْكُرُونَ اللَّهَ قِيَامًا وَقُعُودًا وَعَلَى جُنُوبِهِمْ وَيَتَفَكَّرُونَ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ رَبَّنَا مَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا سُبْحَانَكَ. What is the solution? Allah is telling us, He said, remember, then Allah is the creator of the heaven and the earth. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants us to remember Him, to stay connected to Him, while standing or sitting down or lying down. Don't forget Him. And Allah wants you to reflect. When you look at the creation of Allah, nothing came by itself. Everything is being created. Don't ever think that things just come out. No, no, no. These are people who start to ignore the creation of Allah. You must acknowledge. It's like how important for us to acknowledge who is our parent. You cannot say, suddenly I'm born. Khalas. Who's your papa, mama? I don't know. Not important. Then you know, if you go to anybody, people ask you, who's your father? I don't know. Who's your mother? I don't know. Then you know what people will think about you. You cannot ignore that you must come from somewhere. It's like people will stop you in the border. Where are you from? Where is your passport? No passport. Where are you from? I don't know. I don't know where they want to put you. Either they send you back, or they just have to find another island and put you there. Because you are man of no land. You cannot live on the land. You want to go to the sea, you cannot survive in the sea. You will die. You must have some identity. That's why Allah said, وَمَا خَلَقْتَ هَذَا بَاطِلًا. I never create anything without a purpose. Nothing was created without a reason. Everything that Allah created is for a reason. Everything. Even shaitan that Allah created have a purpose. So now we'll have to look into ourselves. Do we love someone? Yes. I think we all love a lot of things. We love money, alhamdulillah. We love gold, alhamdulillah. We love to eat, alhamdulillah. We love to sleep. Some people just love to sleep, alhamdulillah. Yeah. But you know, there will come a time you're going to sleep for a long, long time. But Allah is telling us, love me because I created you. I provide for you. I give you the eye that can see, the ear that can hear, and everything. Don't forget me. And then other hadith, the Prophet said, لا تدخل الجنة من كان في قلبه ذرة من الكبر. Anybody can go to paradise when you have iman. Rich, poor, male and female. But without iman, there's no more future for you. Because it belongs to Allah. Paradise belongs to Him. And He put that condition. And Allah remind us, whoever died committing shirk, haram Allah alayhi jannah. I make Jannah haram for him. What is shirk? Shirk is the opposite of iman. It's not you don't believe in Allah. A person who commits shirk is not a person who don't believe in Allah. But while he was believing in Allah, he believed someone beside Allah. That's why you call shirk. They commit association with Allah Rabbul Alameen. They come up with a partner beside Allah Rabbul Alameen. Then the Prophet said again, La tadkhulu jannah man kana fi qalbihi zarratan min al-kibr. These are very, very, I would say, it's a very hard hadith. No one can enter paradise when in their heart, qalbi, zarratin min al-kibr, there is an atom of kibir. There is an atom of kibir. You know what's an atom? Just one dot of kibir. This caught the companion by surprise. How can we not have this kind of feeling, the feeling of pride? Sometimes you have the feeling of pride. I'm so proud of myself. Ego, arrogant. Do we have this feeling, brother and sister? No one can say, I don't have this feeling. That means you are feeling less. You will have this feeling. Now the Prophet said, Zarratan min al-kibr, in your heart. This make the Sahaba very worried, because everybody know that they do have that feeling on and off sometimes. When you are smart, you think that, wow, I'm better. You feel proud. The ego is there. When you have money, you create that proudness again. When you look handsome, also can come up with that kind of feeling. When you look beautiful, also all this will come. You drive a Myvi, no problem. If you come up with a Mercedes, BMW, oh, look at my car, man. Don't ever come close to my car. No, don't go and scratch my car. No. You must have that kind of feeling. So the companion asked the Prophet, I've said this hadith many times, but it's important, it's something to do with your iman. So the Prophet was asked by the companion, Ya Rasulullah, if I like to dress a garment that is very expensive, good garment, is it cheap or expensive? Expensive. You want to buy this good garment, you don't go to Jaya Jusko, you don't go to this Giant, Tesco. There's a different standard. You go to Pavilion, you go all the way to London sometime for the Boxing Days, to buy special price, special offer. After special offer, 50% discount. How much is that? Very cheap, 50% discount. About 7,000 pound. 7,000 pound. You say cheap. For people who have money, what is 7,000 pound? Just cover the bottom part. Outside 7,000. Inside, don't know yet. How about the watch? Wow, watch is the best buy. 250,000. So the Prophet was asked by the companion, if I dress expensive, beautiful garment, expensive, beautiful shoes I wear, is that kibir? Is that arrogant? Pride? Takabbur? Brother Abdul Majid said, it depends. You can dress everything, but you can still very humble, can be very humble. People step on your shoes that cost you 5,000, no problem. If not, I don't know what's going to happen. You're going to fight already. You are blind. You know how much I pay for that shoes? But you don't put your shoes correctly in a safe place. Of course, people have to move on. They will step on your shoes. If you want to make sure nobody step on your shoes, each time you come, you bring a plastic bag. Easier. Like you go to Mecca, you have a bag with you. After taking it off, then you put it in the bag and carry with you. Nobody will step your shoes. Alhamdulillah. We do that when you go to Mecca. Here you go to Jum'at, you have to step. If not, you cannot enter the mosque. Because everybody come and then you just leave their shoes where they want to go in. Wherever they step there, they just put that. If you don't step on that, you cannot enter. So you have no choice. But alhamdulillah, everybody was ready for that. They know. That's why everybody want to go Jummah, they always wear slippers, sometimes 2 different colors, so they guarantee the slipper will be there for you. Alhamdulillah. There was a hotel last time I stayed in one hotel, and the slipper is double color, different color, one blue, one yellow. It's very smart. If you want to take, you take. But I don't think you want to wear it in the normal days. So the Prophet was asked, how about if we wear beautiful garments, expensive shoes? The Prophet gave a very beautiful answer. Allahu Akbar. Inna Allah jameel yuhibbul jamal. Allahu Akbar. Allah is beautiful and He loves beautiful things. So no problem. But then what is kibir? What is kibir? That stop us from entering paradise. The Prophet ﷺ continue. Batar al-haq ghamtan al-nas. Batar al-haq ghamtan al-nas. Kibir, if you want to know whether you have this disease in your heart, is a person who rejects the truth. You know, this is what Allah said, this is what the Prophet said, I don't care. You just reject, ignore the truth. You may have your own weaknesses, brothers and sisters. We may commit sins here and there, but the truth is the truth. Haq is haq. You have to acknowledge. If you don't want to pray 5 times a day out of your own laziness, your own weaknesses, but you admit as a Muslim you must pray 5 times a day, you still have iman. Only you commit a sin for not praying 5 times a day. You cannot say not important to pray 5 times a day. It's a waste of time. That is kibir. That is the real kibir. You don't have the means to go to Hajj. Don't go yet. But you cannot say, I don't want to go to Hajj. It's a waste of time. What is Hajj? You pay so much and you have to go through all the suffering, the pushing, the heat and all this kind of thing. I don't want to go. When you deny one of the pillars of Islam, there is kibir. But you say, I know Hajj is wajib. I know it's a rukun, but I'm not prepared yet. You still have some iman there. Ghamtan nas. The second group of kibir is a person who like to look down upon others, who humiliate others. Look at you, different color, they don't want to look at you anymore. You offer your hand to salam, they don't even want to touch your hand because your color. Why? Color. We like the hair to be black or gray? And why you look down upon the black color when you like to have a black hair? It look good, but normally we have problem with color. You have no right to humiliate another person. He may look ugly because of the color, the way he look, but he's still Allah's creation. Allah created him like that. Don't look down upon the person. Two things happened in the time of the Prophet. One Sahabat, after knowing who is Bilal is a black Ethiopian slave. He was freed, alhamdulillah, Abu Bakr. He's a free man later on. But he is the one who called Azan. There was a guy, the Sahaba, on and on. He would call it, Bilal, black man. Of course he is black, he knows he is black. You don't have to remind him that you are a black. And the Prophet heard this. And the Prophet said, you still have the Jahiliyyah in your heart. You have no right to look down upon him because of his color. Because black is Allah's color too. Allah created black, white, gray, brown, all the color. وَاخْتِلَافُ أَلْوَانِكُمْ, Allah said, I create all the different colors as a sign for the people who reflect. Another incident after the war, one of the war, there's one fellow Muslim from the Ansar and one from the Muhajirin. The Ansar are the people of Medina, the Muhajirin are the people from Mecca. Normally people go for Hajj. This is the two sacred city, Haramain, that they will visit. Yeah? So they were kicking each other. You Ansar. And the Ansar kick at the Muhajir. You Muhajir. And the Prophet ﷺ came to witness this. And the Prophet said, you are still practicing Jahiliyyah, and I am still alive, and you are going into Jahiliyyah again. Because the Prophet do not allow anybody to look down upon another person because of their color, because of where they come from. No. Human is human. It's Allah's qadar. When you have these two, you know you have the disease of kibr in your heart. And if you don't get it out, you die with that. The Prophet said, La tadkhuluna al-jannah. You will not enter paradise. So don't underestimate this disease. It's very dangerous. The disease of the heart. Yeah? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us, inshallah, from all this fitan. Brothers and sisters, alhamdulillah, if you look at the book that we are supposed to go through, we are talking about believing in the angels, believing the angels. And we are coming towards the end actually. But let me share with you some other hadiths first before we go to this book. When you talk about Munkar and Nakir, you are talking about the grave. When you talk about Hayat fil Qabr, life in the grave, Allah remind us ألهاكم التكاثر حتى زرتم المقابر كلا سوف تعلمون ثم كلا سوف تعلمون. This surah, I think majority of us have memorized it by heart. But what fails us because we don't understand. We never learn from this ayah. Allah is telling us there are a group of people who always compete with one another, piling up the good thing of this world. Anything to do with dunya, they compete. For dunya, nobody get tired. I want more, I want more. Hatta zurutumul maqabir. Because of their hope with dunya, the desire, the love towards the worldly things, it divert them from the more serious thing that they are going to face until they visit the grave. Until they die, they still think of dunya, dunya, dunya. That is a bad sign. Yeah, don't just get busy competing for dunya and forget to compete for akhirah. The first, second, third generation was blessed by Allah because they put their akhirah ahead of their dunya. Akhirah is more important than your dunya because akhirah is forever. Dunya is temporary. 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, 80 years, bye-bye. Until they visit the grave. But no, you shall know the reality. Allah is telling us, Kalla sawfa ta'lamun, thumma kalla sawfa ta'lamun. You are going to face the reality, and soon you shall know what is your ending. Can we be busy with dunya? No problem. But not to the extent that you abandon your akhirah. You forget to pray. You forget to read the Quran. You forget to do da'wah, amal ma'ruf, nahi munkar. You don't care about what is happening as long as money come in. You don't care halal and haram. Na'uzubillah. Is this what you want to do in this life? If that's what you want, Allah will lift it and give you more ibtila as a test. Because you want dunya, I give you dunya. Nothing for akhirah. Because you don't prepare for akhirah at all. Maybe you don't believe in akhirah, so there's no more future. The future will come when you believe. And faith is very, very important, yeah, to all those who consider themselves as a believer. If you look at this ayah, Alhaakumut takasur hatta zurutumul maqabir kalla sawfa ta'lamun thumma kalla sawfa ta'lamun kalla law ta'lamuna ilmal yaqin la tarawunna al-jahim thumma la tarawunnaha ayna al-yaqin thumma la tus'alunna yawma izin anin na'im. The ending, Allah is telling us that you see with your eye. Allah will give you the eye to witness what is going to happen in the future. And the yaqeen will come, is certain, it's not something illusion, but it's true. And remember that day, when you go down into the grave, I am going to ask you. The more I give it to you, the more I ask you. You have less question and answer. You have more, Allah will ask you. Where do you get the money? Allah is going to ask you. How you spend it? What do you do when I give you the young age? When you are teenagers, what do you do? Allah is going to ask. Do you seek knowledge? Yes. What do you do with your knowledge? Is going to be asked by Allah. Everything that Allah gives us is a trust. And there is in Surah Takathur, in Surah Infitar, Allah said again, وَإِذَا الْقُبُورُ بُؤْثِرَتْ عَلِمَتْ نَفْسٌ مَا قَدَّمَتْ وَأَقَّرَتْ. And when the grave are turned upside down, then shall each soul know that it has sent forward and what it has kept for them. The time will come, nobody can escape. What Allah is trying to tell us, human beings are to live in 5 different forms during their complete lifespan. The first, alam arwah. All of us was in the world of the soul. Then we move to the first life, is that the second life in the womb of our mother, the rahim, where the soul is to join the flesh. At first the soul is by itself, no flesh. Now is moving to another, the second world, where the soul is going to meet up with the flesh, to join with the flesh, when you are in the mother's womb. And the third one is when they come to this planet, when you are born, where the flesh and soul are one, working together. And the fourth one is when you go back to the earth, the grave, with the soul and flesh separate from one another. Soul will be taken up first, then the body will go down, and then the soul will be sent back again. And after that, you are going to face the Q&A from Munkar wa Nakir. Then the last one, you will be sent to Barzah, the waiting world, to wait for the day of judgment. Allah again remind us, brother and sister, minha khalaqnakum wa fiha nu'idukum wa minha nukhrijukum taratan ukhra. Allah is telling us, from the earth did we created all of you, and into it shall we return. That's why everyone have to go down, and from it shall we bring you out once again. You're going up again in a new world. The new world order is not what is happening here. People become of new world order letters. No. That the world is old. The new world is to come after our death. That after Qiyamah. Brothers and sisters, Allah Rabbul Alameen also is telling us through Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the life of a grave is a life of reward or punishment. Everyone is to be asked by 2 angels, Munkar wa Nakir, or sometimes you call Munkir wa Nakir. We are to be asked about many things that we have done in life. Our belief, our intention, our deeds, and our action. In one hadith, a person is to be asked about the creed of his faith. An Barata ibn Azib radiyallahu anhu قال أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال المسلم إذا سئل في قبره فشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأن محمد رسول الله. The companion Bara bin Azib said, Prophet Muhammad said, when a Muslim is asked in his grave or her grave, and he or she witnesses that there is no one worthy of worship except Allah, and Prophet Muhammad is the messenger of Allah, Then what happened? When he can say that, يثبت الله الذين آمنوا بقول ثابت في الحياة الدنيا وفي الآخرة ويضل الله الظالمين ويفعل الله ما يشاء. In Surah 14 verses 7, Allah reminds us, Allah will establish in strength those who believe, who have said, Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa anna Muhammad Rasulullah, with the word that stand firm. This is the most powerful word, the Shahada. Like how he have said it in this world, and he will be able to say it when he faced Munkar wa Nakir. Allah is sure to help us. And there is an hadith from Bukhari and Muslim, and Qatada wa an Anas radiallahu anhu said, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu have said, Innal abdu iza wudi'a fi qabrihi fatawalla anhu ashabu wa innahu la yasma'u qar'a ni'alihim atahu malakan fayuq'idan فيقولان له ما كنت تقول في هذا الرجل لمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم أما المؤمن فيقول أشهد أنه عبد الله ورسوله قال فيقولون انظر إلى مقعدك من النار قد أبدلك الله به مقعدا من الجنة فيراهما جميعا وأما الكافر والمنافق فيقال له ما كنت نقول في هذه الرجل فيقول لا أدري إلى الآخر الحديث. When the deceased, any one of us is going to die, is placed after that in his grave, and when his friends, his family leave and depart from him or her, we are going to be left alone in the graveyard. Our loved one will send us, and after the burial they stand for maybe half an hour, 1 hour, then they say, enough, I'm tired now. Even they love you so much, but I'm very tired now, I have to go home. Then we will hear the trotting of their shoe, the souls. 2 angels will make him to sit. Now he will call you to sit up. Alhamdulillah, now you are down. After burial, you can sit. While they are bringing you sit, I think people will run away. But Alhamdulillah, you only sit after that. After everything leave you, the angel come and he'll call you to sit there. And they will say to you, what did you say about this man? What do you say about this man? Who is this man? Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The believer will say, I bear witness that he was the servant and the messenger of Allah. Tashhadu anna Muhammad abduhu wa rasuluh. They will say to the dead person, the deceased, look to your place in hell. After you said, this man is Muhammad, the servant and the messenger of Allah, the angel Munkar wa Nakir said, look at the place that was ready for you in hell. How do you feel, brother and sister? Is your answer correct just now? But then the angel said, yeah, look to your place in hell. Is that very dangerous? Then he continued, Alhamdulillah. If he stopped there, we don't know what to say. But he continued. He said, Allah has has changed your place from hell and placed you in paradise just because of that. We remember the Prophet's thought about the pool of water, Al-Kawthar, is for Prophet Muhammad and his followers. The water that flow from Jannat al-Firdaus. When you drink, you will never experience thirst forever. And this water is only prepared for Prophet Muhammad and his followers. Then there was a group of people, Allah stopped them from drinking. Prophet Muhammad said, Ya Allah, you promised this is for my ummah, and they are my ummah. Why are they not allowed to drink from this pond? Allah said to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you don't know what they have been doing after your death. They don't like your teaching. They go against your sunnah. They have no right to drink this water. So don't take it lightly if you are going against the sunnah. Whoever hates the sunnah of the Prophet have no right to receive the shafa'ah from the Prophet. Remember what the Prophet said also? كل أمتي يدخلون الجنة إلا من أبى. All my ummah will go to paradise except those who refuse. So the companion said, is there a group of Muslims who refuse to go to Jannah? The Prophet said, yes. How do they refuse? Man atani dakhala Jannah wa man asani faqad aba. Rawahu Muslim. Whoever believe and follow my teaching, obey my command, he will go to paradise. It's not difficult. But whoever reject my sunnah, ignore my teaching, these are the group who will not go to Jannah. May Allah protect us from this feeling that we don't pay attention to the sunnah of the Prophet. They see it all together, meaning the angels saw Nar and also Jannah. However, then the Prophet continued, the disbeliever or the hypocrite. Now let us look into this. Will be asked about Muhammad. You know what will they say to the angel? I don't know. Ma adri. Ma adri. Now here you can learn about Muhammad. Even the Orientalists know who is Muhammad, but not sure. And all other thinkers, they acknowledge this great man, that if this man is still alive today, he will solve all the problems that we are facing, politically, economically, all the problems, the social problems, solve. Because he have solved all these problems before. Who said that? Orientalists. Non-Muslim is talking about this great man. While we are just normal people, not thinker, we ignore this man. These are great thinker. Only with Allah's qadar, they die without believing in him. They know who is this guy. He is the best man. He's the best example as a leader, as a father, as a businessman, and as a husband. He had the best noble character. He was so high, chosen by Allah, but his life is so humble, so simple. He chose to live like a slave of Allah. He can live in villas, castle, but he chose to live in a small house that all of us go to Medina, you visit Maqam of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the place that he was buried, that is how big the house of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam compared with our houses. And Allah did ask him, what do he want? If he want the mountain of gold, Allah will turn the mountain into gold. He did not ask for that. He just asked, give me one day I am full, my tummy is full. The next day I experience hunger. When I am okay and thankful, when I am hungry, I will have patience, shukr and sabr. Beautiful, yeah. Allahu Akbar. When they were asked about this man, the disbeliever and the hypocrite, who are the hypocrite? Hypocrite, munafiq are people look like us, eat like us, dress like us, pray like us, fight, fast like us, and do everything the same, more than us sometimes. But deep in their heart, they don't follow the Prophet's way. They go against his teaching. They will say, we don't know. I used to say what people said. Because people say, no, he is nobody. So I also agree with them. You know, sometimes people say, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ in Sahih Muslim, in Bukhari, talk about he himself istighfar 70 to 100 times per day, asking forgiveness. So to them they said, you see, your prophet is a sinner. He got to ask Allah to forgive him, 70 to 100 times every day. But our are sinners. No, the Prophet do not commit sin like us. But the Prophet is showing us how to ask Allah for forgiveness. For him, Alhamdulillah. But the Prophet have to show us the best way. But they don't understand this. So the two angels will say to this group, the hypocrites and the disbeliever, how come you did not know and you did not read about him? Where even until now, today in the West, they talk so bad about Muhammad, they make a cartoon out of him, they draw a cartoon, but Alhamdulillah, Allah gave hidayah, he became a Muslim. And now he went to Hajj. Sometimes, miracle happen. Even the person who hate him so much, know him. The two angels said, how come you did not know and you did not read about him? Then Allah will command the angel to beat him heavily with a metal hammer. Metal hammer. Now there's a movie, very popular among the young people. The hammer of what? Thor. Thor. Heavy metal. It's going to come very hard. And we will shout painfully till his neighbor hear him, except the angels themselves. Remember, Allah said in chapter 35, verses 22, Inna Allah yusmi'u man yasha' wa ma anta bimusmi'in man fil qubur. God can make any that He will to hear the suffering of the people in the grave. But those cannot make those to hear who are buried in the grave. Prophet Muhammad cannot make us hear. But Allah did allow only twice. In the experience of the Prophet ﷺ, one in the Battle of Badr, the second when he visited the graves. And Allah allowed him to hear two graves is suffering because of two minor sins. One is a person who go for the call of nature and they do not clean themselves properly. They will be tortured in the grave. This applies mostly to the men. When you go for the call of nature, please make sure you clean your private part properly. And the best way to make sure that you are clean, you better go to not the standing one. Go for the sitting one. You can do what you have to do, and then you can clean it properly. The standing one is very difficult. That's why the woman toilet is safer than the man toilet. And that's why sometimes the she having a problem to go to the male. If she want to dress like a she, going to the male and stand beside another male, it make the male very confused whether he is entering the right place or not. Whether the male is entering the right place or not. Am I in the right toilet? But they prefer to go to the female. Why? Because more privacy. Everyone have their own private room. There's one, if you're not careful, you will be tortured. The second is a gossiper. Between male and female, who like to gossip more? What do you think? The man is coughing. Between male and female, who like to gossip more? I think we have to agree. Not to disagree, but to accept the fact. Yeah, because they are more female anyhow. Yeah, female have more to talk compared with male. Yeah, male are more simple, very straightforward. No, yes, no, finish. Yeah, female do not want you to say yes or no only. Yes, why you say yes? Tell me why yes. And you say no. Why you say no? That why is very powerful sometimes. Yeah? Open the mind of everybody. Yeah? And the last hadith I'm going to share with you. عن ابن مسعود رضي الله عنه أن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال أمر بعبد من عباد الله أن يضرب في قبره 100 جلدة فلم يزل يسأل الله ويدعوه حتى صارت واحدة إلى آخر حديث. Ibn Mas'ud radiallahu anhu said, Prophet Muhammad have mentioned in one of his hadiths, angels were ordered to beat 100 whips on a servant of Allah in his grave. Angel was commanded by Allah to whip us 100 whips. He was surprised as to why he was beaten. We were surprised why I was beaten in this way. So we request Allah forgiveness. Oh Allah, forgive me. And this is very, very important. You know, one of the powerful dua to ask Allah for forgiveness is what Yunus alayhi salam asked Allah. Duna la ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. La ilaha illa anta subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalim. First, when you want to ask anything from Allah, you acknowledge who is Allah first. La ilaha illa anta. There is none worthy of worship except you, O Allah. You must have tawheed. You must have the right iman that Allah is the only true God. He is the only one who can forgive you. So acknowledge Him first. Don't deny Him. After acknowledging Allah subhanak, you must also acknowledge the glory of Allah. Glorify Him. And then you admit who you are. La ilaha illa an subhanaka inni kuntu minaz zalimin. Kuntu minaz zalimin is we acknowledging ourselves. Oh Allah, I have been wrong to myself. I have committed zulm to myself. I am among the wrongdoers. You humble yourself by admitting and humbling yourself. Allah forgive you. So we ask Allah for forgiveness. Then the beating was reduced to 1. The angel was commanded to cane 100. And we were shocked. But then we asked Allah to forgive. Allah reduced to 1. The grave was filled with fire, like a barbecue. When punishment stopped, he woke up. Then he asked why he was whipped. He was answered, you pray without cleanliness. You pray, but you don't care about your cleanliness. You don't clean yourself properly. You know, one of the requirement of prayer is make sure that you are clean from minor and major ablution. Make sure your dress is clean from najis. Number 2, and you pass by a person who was inflicted with injustice. People oppress them. People do zulm to them. But you did not help him. You don't care. No, this is not my problem. You don't love fellow Muslim. You don't care about another person. You thought that this is my world. I just think of myself. So because you don't care, now neither Allah care about you. This is one hadith. The other hadith said they were punished because he was passing by the rumors. That means he liked to backbite. People are talking. Now people talk bad about people is a zulm. If this is a good person and you hear somebody talk bad about the person, it's a zulm. You must stop them. Don't do this. Don't talk. You don't know who is he. And this is important. Other thing I'd like to share, I will keep it until the next class. Now let's come back to the book. Because it's coming to the end. Yeah. Malik, page 104. Are we page 104 today? Yeah? Angel of? The angel of punishment, yeah. 103. The angel of punishment come to the disbeliever at the time of death in a cruel and horrible manner. They tear out their soul and beat them hard. And Allah said, فَكَيْفَ إِذَا تَوَفَّتْهُمُ الْمَلَائِكَةُ يَضْرِبُونَ وُجُوهَهُمْ وَأَدْبَارَهُمْ Surah Muhammad, and verses 27. Then how will it be when the angels will take their souls of death, or at death, beating their faces and back? You can't see, we can't see this, but it's happening. And Allah is telling us it's happening, and we must believe in it. Malik and the guards of hell. There is Malakat Maut and his helper. Now Malik and the guard of hell. The guards of hell keep it hot and burning for the evil people. And the leader who is taking care of hell is called Malik. The caretaker of paradise, the gate of paradise is being taken care by who? Ridwan. فَلْيَدْعُوا نَادِيَةً سَنَدْعُ الزَّبَانِيَةَ. Then let him, Allah is talking about a person, Abu Jahl, call upon his helper. We will call the God of hell to deal with him. Malik has no mercy or kindness towards kuffar. Kuffar are those who know the truth but arrogantly they reject the truth. There are people who do not know the truth. There's a different group, but these are people who the truth have been conveyed to them. They read the Quran, they know it's true, but they just refuse to follow. Aba wastakbara, like Shaitan. He know that Allah created Adam because Allah have told them, I'm going to create another creation, and his name is Adam. And when Allah completed the creation, He commanded all the angels to prostrate. وَإِذْ قُلْنَا لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ اسْجُدُوا لِآدَمَ فَسَجَدُوا. All of them prostrate. إِلَّا Iblis. Except Iblis. Why? Why he refused? He know Allah informed him, I'm going to create Adam. Aba, like what the Prophet said, Aba mean refuse. With knowing, with knowledge. Wastakbara. Why he refused? Takabbur. What make him takabbur? And Allah later on asked him, why? Why you refuse to follow my command? He said, khalaqtani min na wa khalaqtahu min tin wa ana khairu minhu. You created him from the earth. I was created from fire. I am better than him. Let Allah judge us who is better, not you. You have no right to say, I'm better than so and so. Let Allah make the judgment. You may be good in this, but you also have your weaknesses in other areas. He may be poor, but he is good in other areas. Nobody is perfect. This feeling, I'm better than someone, is the feeling of the Iblis. Even you know you are better, you don't have to say it. Just be humble. Yeah, risk Allah. It's from Allah. وَنَادَوْا يَا مَلِكُ لِيَقْضِ عَلَيْنَا رَبُّكَ قَالَ إِنَّكُمْ مَاكِثُونَ لَقَدْ جِئْنَاكُمْ بِالْحَقِّ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَهُمْ لِلْحَقِّ كَارِهُونَ. In Surah Zuhruf, verses 77 to 78. And they, the people of hellfire, will cry, O Malik, O angel of hell, let your Lord make an end of us. Now they are asking, let God finish us once for all. Destroy us. He will say, you will stay. No. Here is not for you to die. Here is for you to live forever. The place for you to die is in this life, because this is not the permanent world for you. But over there, there's no death. It's everlasting. You will stay. Indeed, we have brought the truth to you. We have informed you in the Quran. Messengers have been sent to you. We Muslims especially have been reading the Quran, khatam the Quran from young. For us who say, I don't know, you have problem. You just don't bother to know. You don't care to know. But come to dunya, you want to know everything. When a new handphone is being produced, you like to learn and go very detailed and keep on asking how friendly is it, how to use, what happened if this and when come to dunya, you want to know everything. When come to akhirah, you always say, I don't know. But most of you have a hatred for the truth. Is that true? Do we hate the truth? Brothers and sisters, do we hate the truth? Yeah. We know there's a lot of things that we must do. And the Prophet said, Al-Haq is mur. And that's why the Prophet said, Qul al-haq wa law kana murra. Speak the truth, even the truth is bitter. You think it's easy for people to correct you, sisters? Even you are wrong. Is that easy? Very difficult, because you have a lot of excuse. No, I think I'm right. You think you are right. Let us look in what Allah said and what the Prophet said, whether you are right or wrong. That is how we check ourselves. Not I think only. No. Do you think it's easy for you to advise your parent? Oh, parent. You see, you have that. Sometimes the truth is bitter. It's not easy. For a woman, they must obey the husband. Is that easy? Don't know. Listen, husband and wife said, no. No sound from the woman. Soundless. Don't know what to say. But you must remember, what kind of man? Not just any man. The man that the Prophet has said, khairukum li ahli, the man who are best to his wife. If this man is good to you, is there to take care of you, you cannot disobey him. But this man is a bad man. You become Mr. Robin. He is a bad man, you must have pair. You must become Robin. You can obey as long as he's a good man. But when he don't fulfill his duty, then the Prophet said, Ta'atul makhluq lil makhluq mahdud. Obeying a human to another human, there is a limit. Obeying Allah without limit, unlimited. Obeying the Prophet there's no limit. Other than that, there is always a limit. You know, today the Muslims are so confused. Even performing Hajj, they are very confused. They don't know who to follow. One will say this, one will say that. One said Smayang Salat Tamam, one said Qasar. Do you know? I remember the saying of Ibn Abbas, Allahu Akbar. If you ask them, when the Prophet performing Hajj, when he was in Arafah, how do the Prophet perform his prayer? He make Qasar, no Tamam. Zohor 2 rakaat, and then Asar 2 rakaat, Qasar Jama' Ta'din. Nobody dispute, no Imam dispute, because the Prophet show you how to perform your prayer when you're in Arafah. When you're in Mina, the Prophet perform Qasar, 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 no Jama'. There is the action of the Prophet. And he have commanded us, when you want to perform Hajj, khuzu anni manasikakum. When you want to pray, sallu kama ra'aytumuni usalli. And we are confused. Why we are confused? Because we entertain opinion. We like to entertain the saying over here and there. Allah. The same go to today. Some parent, when Allah give you a new grandson or daughter, what should you do? Aqiqah, alhamdulillah. A boy, 2 sheep or goat. A girl, 1. And what should you do with the hair? Shave the hair. We learn about it. The Prophet have said to us, every child when they are born, the Prophet never said, only for the male baby. Female, you don't have to shave the hair. The Prophet never said that. But people giving opinion. You know, when you go to Mecca, you do tahlul, the woman cannot shave their hair, but the man is encouraged to shave their hair. So, but you are referring to when the girl become a lady. This is baby. Remember, baby. Before you grow, become a baligha, you can even expose your aura. No problem. The hukum is different. But opinion, why you entertain opinion? You know what Ibn Abbas said? Yushaka an tanzala alaykum hijaratun minas sama. Aqulu qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa taquluna qala Abu Bakar wa Umar. Look at the aqidah, the belief, the iman of the first generation. Ibn Abbas said to the companion, some companion, I am quoting the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to you, and now you are answering me back. No, I will check what Abu Bakr said and what Omar said. Are you going to ignore the saying of the Prophet because of Abu Bakr's opinion or Omar's opinion? You know what happened? I can feel that Allah is sending down rain of stone from the sky. How can this happen to you as some of the Sahaba? You know, sometimes they have their opinion. How can you entertain the opinion of anybody ahead of what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said? When you die, Allah will not ask you Abu Bakr and Umar. You ask you about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But we believe Abu Bakr and Umar will not agree to tell you that they disagree what the Prophet said. They will never do. But when I quote the saying of the Prophet, don't ever come out with any excuses, but the opinion of this, the opinion of that. Allah has said, لا تقدموا بين يديه الله ورسوله. We learn about the Quran, but we don't act upon it. What did Allah say in Surah Ahzab? وَمَا كَانَ لِمُؤْمِنٍ وَلَا مُؤْمِنَةٍ إِذَا قَضَى اللَّهُ وَرَسُولُهُ أَمْرًا أَنْ يَكُونَ لَهُمُ الْخِيَرَةُ مِنْ أَمْرِهِمْ وَمَا يَعْصِ اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ فَقَدْ ضَلَّ ضَلَالًا مُبِينًا. Allah has said, a believing male or female is not allowed when Allah and the Prophet have decided something for you to do. You still entertain the opinion of anyone? You still want to find excuses? Whoever does that, the Prophet, Allah said, what did Allah say? You have committed a sin towards Allah and Prophet Muhammad, that you are telling the other people know better than Allah, than the Prophet ﷺ. And whoever does that, فَقَدْ ضَلَّ ضَلَالًا مُبِينًا. Allah confirmed. فَقَدْ, He confirmed it. Not maybe, confirm. You have turned astray. Never feel that you are right anymore. When you entertain opinion more than Allah and the Prophet, never feel that you are right. And this is the sign of the kibir. Reject the truth just because of feeling. The truth don't follow our feeling. The truth is the truth. By obeying the truth, you're obeying Allah and the Prophet ﷺ. By disobeying the truth, even it's against the saying of the Prophet, you still want to say it's okay. That is kibir, batar al-haq. Very dangerous, brothers and sisters. But a lot of people don't bother about this. May Allah protect us from all this feeling and the desire that is in us. And that's why the Prophet said, ittaqillah, ittaqillah, wa in kana abdan habashiyya. The Prophet said, usikum bitaqullah as-sam'a wa ta'a wa in kana abdan habashiyya. I remind all of you to be faithful to Allah. How to be faithful to Allah? Listen and obey. If it's from Allah and the Prophet, listen, obey. Even the one that is talking to you, remember this, brothers, even the one who is telling you is a black slave. A black slave. Why did the Prophet use the word black slave? Because the Prophet knew that sometimes because of color, because of how the person looked like, you don't like his look, so you don't want to accept what he says. No. The truth have nothing to do with color and how the person look. Whether he's a big sheikh, a small sheikh, the truth is the truth. Don't follow anybody. Normally, like parents and children, very hard. Because the parent look at the children, what do you know? But it's the truth. The truth is the truth. A scholar with the student, if the student tells the scholar that this is the Dalil Quran, what are you going to say? You just have to say, I'm sorry. I overlook. I pull back my word. Let us follow what Allah said. That is the best way to solve your problem. No, 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 no. Who are you to tell me? What qualification you have? I'm a doctor. What doctor? Medical doctor. I thought you are a Sharia doctor. A Sharia. What field? History. What do you know about hadith? Then you have problem. Now people just don't want to accept the truth because of arrogance. We hope you all will be able to accept the truth. Amen. Inshallah, brother and sister, we'll share the other things next class up. Next class is when? Oh, there's no class. Yeah, so happened. Yeah, this is the first time one of the Sunday we have to cancel because the coming Sunday will be our full day course for learning how to perform your prayer, how to have a good relationship with Allah. Perfecting my Salah course is going to be held this coming Sunday. Yeah. Normally I do it Saturday, but so far Saturday I have a very important thing to attend to outstation, so I'll be back. And the Sunday, the next coming Sunday, no class. Sunday class is not here. The class will be changed into the Salat course. Yeah. Then the Sunday will come back again, inshallah. Yeah. So thank you for the sister remind me. I also forget sometimes. Many things happen. And, so may Allah help us. If there's any question, now we open for Q&A. Fatafaddal. Any question from the sisters? The brother, Belakang Abdul Majid.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I've got two matters to bring up.
Naam.
One is there a special dua or something when you do sujood sahwi?
A special dua for?
When you do sujood sahwi.
Sujood sahwi.
Yes.
When you forget something while doing your prayer, you miss your raka'at, you miss maybe the tahiyat awal, then you must do what you must do and end with sujood sahwi. There is no authentic hadith that the Prophet taught us to recite a special dua for sujood sahwi. The dua of sujood sahwi is like the sujood normal recitation. Subhana rabbil a'la 3 times.
The other one is this is a practical thing, especially for men on Fridays. You see people parking their cars outside the mosques and double parking, triple parking, you know. So I spoke to somebody and you know, in one of those things I said, if before you do the khutbah, Bilal will say, the hadith of Rasulullah says, you are not supposed to talk when you're supposed to listen. So I said, can you just add something which got nothing to do, perhaps, you know? Just say that if those who are parked, double park or triple park, you know, just tell them that when they finish the prayers, you don't have to do takbir too much, you know, when you are disturbing people from not being able to God. One of the answers that I got was that one was got a hadith.
Which one?
The one that not to talk to the people, there is a hadith, but the one about parking cars, no, that there's no hadith.
Hadith. So. Good. Very interesting answer. Of course, when the Imam is giving his khutbah, no one can talk or whisper among yourself. Asking, how are you also cannot. Even the guy is talking on the phone or responding through some messages, you cannot say stop. You cannot even use the word stop. The only thing you can do is just ishara. Don't talk. Because listening to the khutbah is like 2 rakaat prayer. That's why for Jumat noon prayer you only pray 2 rakaat. Normally Zohar you pray 4 rakaat because it was replaced by the 2 khutbah. It's just like somebody is praying beside you and he always like to move his hand. No, only when he was praying, then he started to move. When he was not praying, his hand was quite okay. Alhamdulillah, he know to discipline himself. When he start to pray, garu here, garu there, he become like a monkey, you know. So what should you do? You have the right to hold his hand. Yeah, hold his hand so that he discipline himself. But you cannot talk to him because you are praying. Yeah? Now for the imam is to remind the ma'mum, yeah, by telling them the adab, like adab Jum'at. What should you do when you want to come for Jum'at prayer? You wash yourself, you wear the new clothes. Not necessary every Jum'at you buy a new one. As long as you just wash it and then iron it, a new one, alhamdulillah. Yeah. And then you wear perfume for the male. You know, whoever want to cut their nails, clean everything, then come to the mosque as early as possible, and so on. This is the adab of coming to the masjid. So when you enter the masjid, you have adab. That now you are coming, if you're walking, no problem. Now you are coming with car. So you must know where to park, because you are not supposed to cause difficulty to others. La darara wala dirar. A Muslim do not cause self-destruction to them. Neither he cause destruction to others. Don't cause inconvenience to others. You must honor other people have right. Even the Prophet said, Iyakum al-julus ala turuqat. Be careful when you want to sit near the road. This is not you're not sitting. These are for those who are sitting. You are parking. If you intend to park and the public seems to have the MOU, understanding. Yeah. Jum'at is like this. Friday, you must be careful which road you are going to take. Don't go through the road that has a mosque there. You have problem, because from 3 lane to 1 lane. If the public are aware that, but you who are latecomer, you park the 2nd, the 3rd row. You should leave the mosque after salam, after astaghfirullah, astaghfirullah 3 times. You just have to move. You can pray the sunnah prayer later on, in your office, home, no problem. If you pray in the office or at home, just 2 rakat. You pray in the mosque, 4 rakat. The sunnah ba'diyah. But for those who have been parking that 2nd, 3rd, you should not think of that, because you are causing inconvenience to a lot of people. You will not receive the reward. In return, you commit sins, because people are cursing you now. You should not do that. I have that problem too sometimes, but I make sure I didn't park 2nd. I always park 1 row. But even then, after prayer, I will come out already. I'll make my sunnah at home. That is the adab. It's true. Yeah? Good deeds. But sometimes we are too selfish, and this can also make us very arrogant. It's not good. How do you feel if other people do the same thing? Of course we are very upset. So don't do this to others. May Allah help this ummah to be very sensitive to what is around them. Yeah. Always bring benefit. Don't be a problem to others. Yeah. Then people look at us very ugly. Each time they look at you, they just curse you. But if you have discipline, adab, they say Muslims are very good people. Muslims are well behaved. Yeah? Muslims have good character. This is what we want. Husnul khuluq, feel for others. Even the bikers, the same. They come and park in between. Again, another problem. Then the small one. But because of the small one, all the big one got stuck. Problem. Because we don't think about others, we just think about ourselves. Now, any other question from the sisters? Faddal.
Assalamualaikum Ustaz.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I have a question regarding the Alam Barzakh.
Di alam barzakh. Nah.
I thought once when you have passed away, you are not tortured, you are only asleep. But it's only those 2 times that Prophet was given the ability to see what's happening in the grave. So are we being tortured actually, or those who have died, or are we asleep? That's
Yeah, they'll be tortured for a while. Then after that, they'll be transferred to alam barzakh, and they're commanded by Allah to rest. But they have gone through the grave and then to alam barzakh.
So they will be tortured in
They'll
the
be
grave.
tortured.
How long is that period
Only
of
Allah
torture?
knows. Only Allah knows. The unseen is something that we have no knowledge, but we believe what the Prophet said. Yeah, they'll be tortured.
My second question is that I was told by some other ustad, once when you are unsure of whether you are in the first or second rakaat, you just follow through. You do not actually add one. If you think you have missed one, you just tawakal, because it's actually Satan's way of distracting you, and you just make sujud sahwi.
No.
Do we add on, or do we just follow through?
No, according to the Prophet, somebody may come up with their opinion. According to the Prophet, Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, he reminds us, if you miss the Tahiyat Awal, you are sure you missed the Tahiyat Awal, you're supposed to sit for the first Tahiyat, but you miss and then you stand up. Then continue. But before you give salam, you make 2 sujud sahwi. Because sitting for the first tashahud is wajib, but it's not rukun. Enough by 2 sujud sahwi, then your prayer is considered valid. But if you are not sure, 3 or 4 rak'at, the Prophet never allowed you to just continue. When you are not sure, that's why you don't entertain. The Satan is whispering into us. 3 or 4. You have to make a decision. And the one that the Prophet taught us, you go for the lesser rak'at. That means even you are in the 4th rak'at, suddenly you have doubts. 4 or 3 rak'at. You go back to 3, add 1 more rak'at, and proceed with the prayer. Before you give salam, you make sujud sahwi. You cannot just 3 or 4, 3 or 4, and you end 4. No. When you have that doubts, the shaitan is working very hard. You overcome doubt by add 1 more rak'at. If not, you cannot finish the doubts. After the prayer, you still have some doubts sometimes.
So for tashahud, the first one is okay, just follow through.
Just follow through, but you must make sujud sahwi.
Okay. Can you explain the right way of doing sujud sahwi after the second tashahud?
After the second tashahud, before you give salam, after you recite Allahumma inni a'udzubika min azabi jahannam wa min azabil qabri wa min fitnatil mahya wal mamat wa min fitnatil masih dajjal, before giving salam, you make sujud 1, subhana rabbil a'la 3 times, sit up, Allahumma ighfirli warhamni wahdini, you recite the same dua in between the 2 sujud, sit, go down for the second sujud, subhana rabbil a'la 3 times, coming up again, and then give salam. That is the way the Prophet taught us. But again, if while you are making the tashahud, you forgot, you still forget to make sahwi, and you give salam, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullah, then you realize, hey, I forget to make sahwi. Immediately you make sujud, and then sit up between the 2 sujud, make another sujud again, sit up, give salam. So sahwi highly recommended to do before the first salam, but you may forget again. Then you do it after that immediately. There one incident that happened in the time of the Prophet, Allah Qadar make him perform the noon prayer 2 rakat, the day prayer 2 rakat, and he gives salam. It happened to the Prophet. But nobody dared to say, oh, Prophet Muhammad, you are not focused in your prayer, no khushu', you also lalai. Nobody dared to say to him, he lalai. You know, who are we to tell the Prophet you don't have khushu' in your prayer? Who is more khushu' than the Prophet in the prayer? Then one of them dared to ask the Prophet, but in a very well manner. Are we shortening our prayer today? Because we don't know, maybe the wahyu will come in, you know, the command the Prophet pray 2 rakats, that's what the Prophet prayed 2 rakats. So they said, the Prophet said, no, why? You asked it because you just performed 2 rakats. So the Prophet had to reconfirm, and all of them said yes too. He commanded all of them to stand up and continue 2 more rakats. He never start the whole prayer again. Just add 2 more rakats and sujood sahwi. Anytime when you have doubts, 3, 4, even you are the 4th rakat, you have to say 3. That is how you overcome tashwish. And then you make sujood sahwi. Yeah. That is the proper manner, inshallah. Yeah. And the last question from the sisters. Other sisters? None. Back to the brothers, and the last question from the brother. Yeah. You pray with the imam. You use the mic in case they're there.
I had an experience one. We prayed with the imam. Imam only performed 3, and then after that he gave salam. And so where we
No, wait. When the imam performed 3,
yes.
did any of the ma'mum remind him by saying Subhanallah?
They tried to, but he still continued giving the salam.
Okay.
And after that, we didn't know what to do.
Oh.
The imam insisted that he was doing 4, but most of the ma'mum realized that he was doing 3. So should
But
we
after
go?
that, none of them remind the imam again?
He insists that he was doing 4.
Okay.
So, but a lot of ma'mun know that he was doing 3.
Yeah. We have some problems sometimes. The imam don't want to admit that he's wrong. He said maybe you are not khushu', you are ma'mum, is tashwish. You see, that's why imam must acknowledge the ma'mum, but not only one ma'mum. By right, when you remind him and he still continue and he gives salam, you will have to give salam with him together. So we hope that after that you remind him, he will stand up and add 1 more rakah and sujood sahwi, and then your prayer is valid. Now when he said he is 4, now you must ask, and this is the time you must check with the majority. Because sometimes I have experience here, you know, where one of the ma'mum feel that I'm praying 3. I feel 4. He said 3. So I asked the other ma'mum, how about others? We thought everything okay. Neither they want to say 3 or 4, they say okay only. But sometimes you have yaqeen. But if you feel that, well, now you have also some doubt, you just stand up and complete 1 more rak'ah, sujood sahwi, finish. Clear the air. And that should be the manners. Now sometimes we ma'mum can make mistake too. And sometimes imam can make mistake. I had experienced many years ago, that was in the 70s, when I first learned about prayer. One of the imam lead us in the prayer. He performed Zohar 5 rak'ah. We said Subhanallah, he still continues. So we all continue. Alhamdulillah, we have learned a lot of things from young about prayer, because that is the second pillar of Islam, something that you must look into it seriously. So we hope that after prayer, we will remind him. He will make sujood sahwi, just sujood sahwi. He don't have to add any rak'ah anymore because extra already. He just have to make sujood sahwi and falas. But this imam refused to sujood sahwi. We all confirm 5. But he refused. Not only he refused, he gave us an excuse. He said, anak-anak muda, because we are young there. He's an old man. Yeah. Salat, more no problem. As long as you are not praying lesser than 4 rakat. More no problem. Because sometimes old people, they don't know what to do also. Maybe he don't even know how to make sahwi. So the best way for to excuse himself is okay, extra rakaat, it's not less, no problem. So he refused to sahwi. So we make sahwi. You cannot change his mind. You have to rectify the mistake done by yourself. Prayer is valid, no problem. You just have to do the sahwi. Yes, there are times you encounter this problem when the imam just do not want to admit his mistake. Even he's wrong, he said, but lebih tak apa, jangan korang. No, the B pun salah, korang pun salah. But there is way to rectify. Yeah, that is the best thing for us to do, inshallah, brother and sister. May Allah help us. May Allah. Any last question from your side? No more. Good, alhamdulillah. So no question from the sisters now. Shukr. So may Allah bless us, brother and sister. Please remember, next Sunday is an off, no class. The Saturday class normal is on. Yeah. And inshallah, don't forget to pray for all the people who are performing Hajj, so that they return home safely, inshallah. And may Allah forgive all our sin, strengthen our iman, accept all our deeds, inshallah. Amin ya Rabbil Alamin. Wa billahi tawfiqi wa akhir da'wana. And don't forget that you remember our dinner is after the Salat course. On the 8th is our very big event. Every 2 years we organize one. So we hope all of us do not miss this important event. Yeah? Because it may help us to understand what we are going through and how are we going to prepare ourselves for our hereafter. Telena di Sala Surga, that is the theme of this dinner. Telena di Sala Surga. How can Surga be Sala? Let us be there and learn about it, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.